I really can't say enough for the fans that came. We'll start with that. That group over in that corner was heard the entire ball game, and I can't tell you how much that's appreciated. Our players commented about that numerous times. I can't say enough about our players continuing to work and compete, and about as fine a team victory as you could have. There was nothing, there's never perfection, but absolutely kept playing and plugging defensively, the kicking game, and offensively. I will say this, I probably upset a couple of my former quarterbacks, but I believe that's the finest game I've had a quarterback have in college, in my college career. 40 of 50 for 459 yards, and how many touchdowns was it?
5. One on the ground.
And he was really special. So, you know, we handled their pressure and we handled the zone, and when you can do that, you can continue to throw the football. And when your quarterback's as poised as Thad was tonight, good things happen. And then can't say enough about the receiving corps, and they're becoming that. You can see it, those of you that have been watching us closely, see the difference and see where they're coming. And our front and tight ends did a nice job protecting us. Now, what it means is that we got to win. And we're the kind of football team that we have to improve. And thank goodness we're finishing the first half of the season. We're going to open date. And I'm glad we have one, because what we have in front of us is a 6-game season, 1 game at a time. We're going to use the open date to heal, but I've already got news for our players that we're going to use that open date to get better. And we have worked hard in doing that, and we're just going to keep striving to be the best we can be. My hat's off to Russell Wilson and the player he is and the competitor he is. Pretty amazing to watch that up close. But it was a very good football game, but couldn't be more proud of all our people and happy for all the Duke faithful.
Coach, talk a little bit about your offensive line's performance today.
Well, I think we gave up 2 sacks, and really one was on a bust. But did a tremendous job fighting them, and we were just effective enough at times running the ball. Had some lost yards that chipped into the actual rushing game, but a little better from an effectiveness standpoint with what they were doing. And those guys, I guess we played 7 guys tonight. They played hard, played really, really hard. They're tired. They're tired. North Carolina State's defensive front is excellent, and it will cause a lot of people a lot of problems. So our guys played exceptionally well.
What did you say to Thad when he came to the sideline to greet him with a handshake? What did you say?
Told him it was the best game that I'd had a quarterback play, and I said it couldn't happen to a nicer young man, and I mean that. He is such a fine, fine person, and he was. You know, they call that in the zone. He was in the zone.
Coach, what kind of adjustments did you make at halftime to shut down the State's offense?
Well, we started playing a little bit more man-to-man. They were picking us apart in zone, and we were able to put some rush games up front together, and Marion and Mike and the rest of the defensive staff did a nice job of scheming the rush a little better, and our guys, you know, just kept competing. And when things blow up initially like that, it's not always going to be a horribly bad night, and you got to realize you just got to keep playing. You've seen it time and time again. What I kept telling the coaches, I said, hey, the game's going to change. It's, you know, y'all have never seen a game go like that one was going for a while. It doesn't stay that way, and when it changes, we got to be ready for it. And we did. We kept our spirit and our enthusiasm, and thought our pass rush was pretty relentless there in the second half.
Coach, Thad made a point of saying that the State's defense did exactly what you had shown them it would do on film. I mean, were you surprised it was that straightforward?
Well, you know, I mean, he studied, and he is well schooled and taught. Kurt Roper does a phenomenal job. So when a quarterback tells you that, he's not telling you that they don't do anything hard. He's telling you that you know, we've studied them for 2 years. We keep a summer log, and we follow all of that stuff on our annual opponents we have, and what it tells me is that Thad's done his homework. And but NC State has a really nice scheme, a very aggressive scheme, and but he was never confused, you know. He studied and understood, but I think that's what he's trying to say.
You had a big time of possession advantage. How does that affect the defense, especially late in the game when they have a 3rd and 1, key 4th and 1 play?
Well, it's their defense was tired. I mean, obvious, and they started rotating and playing more people than kind of what they have. We had so many snaps and had the ball, I guess, a little over 40 minutes. You know, that's kind of the way we want to play offense, and when we can convert our 3rd downs, which we've worked hard at getting better at, you know, you should win in the 4th quarter.
Flip side of that, your defense
Flip side of that is
fresh.
our defense. That 4th and 1 stop you're referring to, they were fresh. They were pumped and excited, and that was a heck of a play. That one made me about as happy as anything happened all night long.